Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the High Ticket Coaching and Consultant Strategy and Growth Show. Now, if you're watching this interview anywhere else but within our private Facebook community called High Ticket Client Attraction Insider Circle, then definitely come check us out. We'd definitely love to have you. And that community was put together specifically for coaches, consultants, and service providers who are serious about getting up to that 6 and that 7 figure level. So if that's you, definitely come check us out. Now, today I want to introduce you to another one of the members of our community, Ania. Welcome, Ania.
Hello. Hi, thank
Hey,
you for having me.
awesome. You're welcome. Great having you. So, Anya, tell the rest of the community, what is it that you do?
Well, at the moment, I focus on coaching and coaching health and wellness entrepreneurs. So they break the burnout and they up level in their job so they can actually have better customers and better clients. So they are able to create abundant life on many levels, on private, personal, business, a financial level as well. So that's what I do at the moment. And in the past, I worked in different fields of psychology and psychotherapy as well in different countries. And this has been a kind of a huge dream for me. I did in the past a project for schools in South America, and I left it behind, and I wanted to create something similar somewhere else. So this is what I am building right now, but for health and wellness entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
So this is my area of expertise at the moment.
Yeah, awesome. So you said health and wellness entrepreneurs. Okay.
Yeah, it has always been.
Hmm.
It's just a little bit different now with more specialized.
Yeah. So why health and wellness?
Well, this is my background. I
Hmm.
am a psychologist. I am trained counselor and psychotherapist and a coach. So I know my clients very well. I know what they struggle with. This is a journey I went through. This is what I struggled with in the past. Um, so I really know the pain points of my clients. And I see how easy it is to burn out doing a health profession, anything related to psychology, coaching, psychotherapy, wellness, you can easily burn out. So I decided to create something that would help people, support them on this journey, help them up level, help them create abundant life. There's a lot of, let's say, attitude towards helping people, and many health professionals and health entrepreneurs, they want to help, and they by helping everybody all the time, they just burn out, and they
Hmm.
don't have more energy to actually help more people. They don't have energy to look after themselves. So I wanted to do something about that. I wanted to help them
Hmm.
instead of just them helping everybody else and not helping themselves.
Yeah. So how do you define a burnout? What does burnout look like?
Um, Lots of sacrifices. Sacrifice family life, for example. They sacrifice self-care. They sacrifice actually their health, um, because they overwork. They work with they struggle with setting boundaries with their clients, for example. They struggle with setting boundaries with themselves when they have the attitude of helping everybody all the time. With time, they just don't have any more energy and time left, and they stop enjoying the work. They stop providing the quality of the service that would drive them, that they were once very passionate about. So they lose this motivation, they lose the drive. Um, so I'm helping them to get back on track.
Hmm. Okay, good stuff. What about working with you? What does working with you look like? Is your business virtual? You work with guys in a virtual setting?
Yeah, it's only virtual at the moment. In the past, I used to work in small groups, face to face, and one-to-one, face to face, and that's in the plans as well. Maybe for next year. At the moment, everything is just virtual, and I work with clients one-to-one over 12 weeks programs, and I work in small groups as well. At groups, I keep very small. up to 10 people per group. I want to provide very high touch support, high touch coaching. So I provide them weekly online, face-to-face live coaching as well. But they are mostly based on 12 weeks programs, whether it's one-to-one or groups.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. What about your process as far as, do you have any specific techniques you use to help? How do you help someone overcome that burnout that they might be facing?
Well, we work through understanding the mindset, working on the mindset, setting boundaries in life. There's a lot around what's it called, the fraud syndrome. So basically work on the mindset. We work on organizational skills, on planning as well. There's a lot of inner work involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you believe it's possible to have success without doing any type of inner work?
Yes, I do.
You do.
It starts all from inner work. It starts all from your mindset.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the
Yes,
mindset.
but that requires actually a client to understand a lot. I mean, everybody's on a different journey. So someone who is struggling with something might not understand why, might not be suitable for the program yet, because it requires a different kind of work. So someone who is just at the beginning of understanding or realizing that something is not working, they might need just simply mindset work. And someone who is already a little bit farther in the journey, they might straight go into setting boundaries. Also mindset work is always implemented. That's the basic. Into planning, into implementing in their business, for example, in the private life, some techniques. But mindset is the basic.
Mm-hmm.
It requires a lot of actually work. People don't realize.
Yeah. So what is mindset? Is it difficult? Is mindset one of those things that's difficult? Is it easy? What are your thoughts on mindset work?
Mindset work requires discipline. So, like, imagine you want to achieve something. You want to build a business from scratch. You want to write a book. You want whatever your goal is, and you are waiting for your motivation. I don't know. You want to be fit, for example. Motivation comes and goes. One day you are motivated, another day you are not. But what it is really required is consistency and discipline. So that if you are not working on your mindset, it's very difficult. It's almost impossible to achieve what you want to achieve. You have to be disciplined. You have to work on your mindset. You have to understand what blocks you. You have to understand where I call it a little monster. So the things that stop you, the things that let you sabotage yourself. So you have to understand that. You have to make kind of peace with it instead of fight with it. So you have to understand yourself very, very well. And with that, with the knowledge that you get from your inner work, you start implementing things in life that help you be consistent, help you to be disciplined. So that's basically it. It's a hard work, but requires a lot of discipline.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you find when it comes to mindset? One of the things you said is like you have to understand what stops you, what blocks you, and stuff like that. So what have you found? Are there any specific common themes you find that blocks those entrepreneurs in terms of getting what they want?
Guilt and wanting to please people. Actually, this is a kind of common among health entrepreneurs, wanting to help people, and guilt when they cannot or they don't want to. So the other common thing would be saying no to things. Say no to things that don't serve them, and instead of saying yes to things that are really important for them. Uh, so that would be the most common theme, the guilt, yes, and boundaries.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said guilt. Why guilt? What's significant about guilt?
Guilt, I believe is they kind of need to understand that looking after themselves and setting boundaries in life, which would mean saying no to some things and to some people, actually will allow them to serve others better and would allow them to be more generous in the service they provide, whatever service it is. If they are coaches or they are psychologists, doctors. So when they set boundaries and when they look after themselves, when they say no to things in life, they will actually provide a better service. But to get to that point, it's a huge journey. They have to overcome the guilt of saying no. Because one of the biggest traits I noticed in health and wellness entrepreneurs is wanting to help other people, serving other people. So when they have to say no, they feel not too great about that. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the main mindset blocks I've noticed when working with people. And that's something I experienced in the past as well.
Mm-hmm. So ultimately, you find saying no is one of those places where, because most entrepreneurs, most coaches, most therapists, individuals, the wellness entrepreneurs, they come from more of a place of wanting to help others. It's almost like that's just their mission or calling in life. But then it comes into saying that wherever you go, you take yourself with you, right? So if you're saying yes and wanting to help everyone, even if the people you want to help or the things you want to do doesn't serve you, still gonna want to do it anyways. Is that right?
Well, it's kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the idea is that to eliminate things that don't serve them and be confident to say yes to things they really want to say yes to and say no to things they want to say no to. So to develop the ability to filter the decisions consciously, so they're mindful, so they don't just say no and yes to random things. So they are very, very conscious of their decisions, because basically saying yes or no to things, it's a decision they have to make. And what these decisions they have to make on daily basis, they can create different kind of business. Either it's going to be successful business or not successful business, if they are going to have abundant life or not. Uh, so so for I work with boundaries a lot, because for me it's a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And this foundation, I've noticed it works quite well for many of my clients. So it's one of the foundation work that we have, setting boundaries.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now, if you had to take everything you've kind of learned and figured out over your entire lifetime and had to condense it into maybe say two, three principles, what are those core principles that you would say is the most important thing for your clients for creating success and all those different things?
For my clients, integrity
Mhm.
would be one of the most important things for them. Service, um, um, uh, I would say fulfillment for themselves, because they help others, but also allowing others to feel fulfilled, or allowing others to create abundant life. So I believe that all of my clients have this principle
Mhm.
from what I've seen,
Okay.
and integrity, of course.
Yeah. And why? What's integrity? Would you say? How important is integrity? Is it pretty important?
It's actually, yeah, you cannot be a health and wellness entrepreneur, and probably any kind of entrepreneur, any kind of service provider, if you don't have integrity.
Hmm.
So for me, I would say yes, it's crucial.
Hmm. How do you define integrity? What does integrity mean to you?
Being totally transparent, being totally honest with clients. It's not just about making a business. It's not just about the making money. It's not just providing a service. It's a kind of a relationship you build with your clients that can transform their lives. And it has to be filled with integrity, with ethics, with morals. You cannot just lie to your client about anything. It's it's a tragedy. You cannot do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, in essence, I guess the next question becomes, do you have any resources? What type of do you have any resources you provide to different individuals as they're on their journey?
Well, they work with workbooks and the ebook. I provide them with lots of journaling and videos. And we have more. I like to meet the clients actually live. So that would be, I wouldn't call it a resource, but I would call it an opportunity or a tool actually for progress. So that would be live. I would give them time. I give them time.
Mm-hmm.
So live, a lot of live, lots of exercises that we do, mindfulness as well. That's one of my specialties. I did my postgraduate diploma in is mindfulness. I incorporate mindfulness in coaching and in therapy as well. So this would be a tool as well.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Do you have any famous quotes that you love?
Famous poet.
Quotes. And we can talk about poets too as well, so if you want to.
A famous quote, yes. Actually, one of my famous ones, and I think it belongs to one of the sportswear companies. Never stop exploring. So it just keeps. I keep repeating this myself all the time. Never stop exploring. And another one that nowadays is quite big for me is a progress over perfection. And that's very important for me at the moment. Progress over perfection.
Yeah, good stuff. And if someone wanted to connect with you, if someone wanted to learn more about you and what you've got going on, what's the best way for them to be able to reach out and connect with you?
Well, we have I have an Instagram account. It's called Mindfully Classy, and a private Facebook group that was created initially just for women. And at the moment, I'm getting a lot of interest from men to work with me, and actually most of my clients at the moment are men. So I'm opening this group to men as well, and the group is at the moment called a Mindfully Classy Women's Society. The name will change soon, since I get a lot of messages from men entrepreneurs that are health or wellness entrepreneurs. There are men. So yes, it's going to change, but basically it's Mindfully Classy, and the email address is mindfullyclassy@gmail.com. So that's the best way to contact me.
Yeah, awesome, guys. And guys, if you're watching this interview on the live or on the replay, number one, leave us a comment below just so we know that you're here checking it out. And number two, all the links Ania just shared with us to connect with her, whether it's a Facebook group, or email, Instagram, they will either be right above or below this video. So you can click and get connected right to her. So yeah, thank you so much for making the time to be here today. Do you have any final thoughts before we end?
No, thank you so much. Thank you for the initiative. It's really, really great. And the interviews I looked at, the previous ones, are great. And it's such a great opportunity to meet people from people that are quite hard to find actually online. So I'm really grateful for your initiative, and I thank you so much for having me. And it's been lovely to meet you.
Awesome, love it. Well, hey, thanks again, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you.
Awesome, enjoy.